Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Bus with me, Deepika, coming up in the next half an hour. In a milestone achievement, Harry Kane marks his 100th game for England with 2 goals and a 2-0 victory over Finland in UEFA Nations League. Mauricio Pochettino named as new manager of the United States men's national team ahead of 2026 World Cup, which is to be co-hosted by USA, Canada and Mexico. In cricket, England all set to take on Australia in the first T20I series of Southampton. Jamie Overton to play his first T20 for England and Saqib Mahmood to make a comeback after 2023. Moving on with the first news of the day, which is coming in from the world of soccer. It's a new milestone for Three Lions captain Harry Kane as he earns his 100th cap during his Nations League encounter against Finland. The leading goal scorer said that he's inspired by Cristiano Ronaldo's 901st goal. Here's a report.
England's captain Harry Kane earned his 100th senior international cap with his trademark appearance in the Nations League match. The 31-year-old Bayern Munich striker, who received a golden cap before kick-off and sported a pair of dazzling golden boots, broke Finland's gritty resistance with a dipping right-footed strike in 57th minute and has now become the 10th player to win 100 caps for Team England. Before going into the match, Kane referenced Ronaldo after the 39-year-old Portugal captain scored his 901st career goal to help his side beat Scotland by 2-1 in Nations League.
Yeah, I think, I feel in really good shape. I feel both physically and mentally, at a peak in my career. And I think, just watching other players, like watching Ronaldo score his 901st goal yesterday and seeing him compete at, I think, 38 or 39 years old, just inspires me to play for as long as possible. I love this game. I love representing England more than anything.
Harry Kane also became only the 3rd player to score on his 100th England appearance, although Wayne Rooney and Bobby Charlton only managed to hit the net once on their big nights. Harry Kane's brace against Finland on his 100th appearance means he's now on 68 goals for the Three Lions, followed by Wayne Rooney with 53 goals across 120 appearances, Sir Bobby Charlton with 49 goals across 106 appearances, Gary Lineker with 48 goals in 80 appearances, Jimmy Greaves having 44 goals in 57 appearances, Michael Owen with 40 goals in 89 appearances, Sir Tom Finney in 30 goals and 76 appearances, Nat Lofthouse with 30 goals in 33 appearances, Alan Shearer with 30 goals across 63 appearances and Frank Lampard having 29 goals in 106 appearances. Harry Kane also led his team England with a 2-0 victory against Finland under interim manager Lee Carsley, which now puts them as joint top of the Nations League group stage. Sports Desk, DD India.
Now, Paraguay earned a historic victory in FIFA World Cup 2026 qualification campaign with a 1-0 victory over Brazil on Tuesday. Inter Miami midfielder Diego Gomes scored the game's solitary goal, crashing a long-range shot in off the post in 20th minute. The defeat leaves Brazil in 5th place in the standings on 10 points, leading by goal difference from Venezuela. Meanwhile, Paraguay moved into 7th place on 9 points after just their 2nd victory of the qualifying campaign. Brazil will look to get their campaign back on track next month when they travel to face Chile before hosting Peru. On the other hand, Colombia continued its unbeaten start to the FIFA qualification campaign with a 2-1 victory over Argentina in Barranquilla on Tuesday. Now, Los Cafeteros gained a revenge for its loss in the Copa America 2024 final, with goals from captain James Rodriguez and Gerson Mosquera proving to be the difference. The number 1 ranked team, Argentina, fell behind in the 25th minute mark after Rodriguez found Mosquera at the far post. Captain Rodriguez stepped up to rifle a shot into the top right and to put the hosts back in front against the world and continental champions. The victory lifted Colombia to 2nd on the table with 16 points from 8 games, 2 behind leader Argentina. Colombia will next travel to Bolivia, while Argentina will face Venezuela away from home. And Japan thrashed Bahrain by 5-0 in Rifa on Tuesday to secure maximum points from their first two matches in the third round of Asian World Cup qualifying. Feyenoord striker Aise Ueda opened the scoring from the penalty spot in 37th minute before adding his second goal soon after the restart. Substitute Koki Ogawa completed the goal glut in the 81st minute to hand Hajime Moriyasu side a comprehensive 5-0 defeat. With a goal difference of +12 from their first two matches, Japan sit at top of the standings on 6 points in Group C, which is 2 clear of Saudi Arabia in second. Meanwhile, it was a reality check for Bahrain after upsetting Australia by 1-0 in Sydney in their opening group encounter. Iran earned a 1-0 victory against the UAE in the third round of Asian World Cup qualifiers on Tuesday. Med Gaidi, who currently plays his club football in the UAE with Kalba, scored the game's only goal in first half stoppage time. Gaidi blocked a clearance from defender Khaled Ibrahim in Emirati box before finding the near post with a shot 2 touches later. The result puts Iran second in Group A, equal with Uzbekistan, who also post a perfect 2 victories from 2 matches, but behind on goals scored. Paulo Bento's UAE, meanwhile, sit third on 3 points, having beaten 2-time reigning Asian Cup winners Qatar in their group opener. Palestine lost by 3-1 to Jordan in third round of Asian World Cup qualifying stage on Tuesday. The Palestinians conceded inside the first 5 minutes of Group B fixture after they were forced to play their home matches at Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur Stadium due to the ongoing conflict with Israel. The result sees Jordan improve to 4 points after 2 matches, topping the group on goals scored at least temporarily, with Iraq taking on Kuwait later on Tuesday. Palestine, meanwhile, sit at 5th position on 1 point, having held group juggernaut South Korea to a goalless draw in their opening encounter in Seoul. And Saudi Arabia claimed a late 2-1 victory over China to move on to 4 points from their opening 2 games in Group C of the third phase of qualification. Roberto Mancini's side had to fight back after going behind to an early Alila Jami own goal, with defender Hassan Kadish backing a brace. Rajami put the ball in his own net when he redirected Fernando's corner pass Mohamed Al Owaisi in the 14th minute. 4 minutes later, the Saudis were reduced to 10 men when Mohamed Kanu was dismissed for kicking out a Jiang Shenglong, but Kadish headed in Nasser Al Dawsari's corner to level shortly before half-time. Kadish then decided the game with a powerful 90th header. Staying on soccer, Australia endured another disappointing evening in the qualification round as Graham Arnold's side were held to a goalless draw by hosts Indonesia. The Australians faced Indonesia in Jakarta, hoping to bounce back from a 1-0 loss against Bahrain, and went close to scoring when Nestori Irankunda hit the post with a low drive in 33rd minute. But Arnold's side were unable to find a way past Martin Paes as the dodged Indonesians followed up their draw with Saudi Arabia on Thursday with another point in kitty. Former Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino is all set to don his new hat with a daunting task ahead of the 2026 World Cup as the USA soccer team welcomes him as their new coach. Our next report takes a deep dive into Pochettino's illustrious career and how he is geared up for this new role. Take a look.
Former Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino is all set to don his new role as the coach of the United States men's soccer team. Pochettino will take the reins of the national team ahead of the 2026 Soccer World Cup, which will be co-hosted by Mexico, Canada and the United States. The Argentine, a former Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham Hotspur manager, said his decision to join US soccer was not just about football, but about the journey to the country, and he could not pass up the opportunity. Speaking on his new role, Pochettino said that the energy, the passion and the hunger to achieve something truly historic here, those are the things that inspired me. I see a group of players full of talent and potential, and together we are going to build something special that the whole nation can be proud of, unquote. There are many key accomplishments in his coaching career that includes managing Team Chelsea from 2023-24, managing Paris Saint-Germain for 2021-2022 window, along with Tottenham Hotspur that he managed from 2014 to 2019. This also includes Southampton from 2013 to 2014 and Espanyol from 2009 till 2012. In his career, Pochettino bagged many accolades as well. That includes League One winning campaign for 2021-22 season for Paris Saint-Germain, along with Coupe de France for 2020-2021 season and Trophy de Champions for the 2020 season. Under Team Chelsea, he won the EFL Cup Runners-Up Trophy for 2023-24 season. For Tottenham Hotspur, Pochettino backed up the Champions League runner-up campaign for 2018-2019 season, along with EFL Cup runner-up for 2014-2015 window. Apart from that, he's also been the PL Manager of the Month for September 2015, February 2016 and April 2017. He's also bagged the London Football Awards Manager of the Year for window 2018-2019, along with being the Premier League Manager of the Month for October 2013. The selection of Pochettino is seen by many in the soccer world as a high-profile get for the US national team. However, Pochettino would look forward to scrape more records under his new stint. Sports Desk, TD India.
Now in hockey, India continued its winning streak as they thrashed Malaysia by 8-1 in their third game of men's Asian Champions Trophy match in the city of China. Rajkumar Pal scored a hat-trick while Arijit Singh Hundal netted a brace to help India secure an emphatic victory. Rajkumar scored once each in the first three quarters, while Hundal found the net in first and the third quarter. Jugrat Singh and Harmanpreet Singh also got into the score sheet from the penalty corners, while Uttam Singh grabbed India's eighth and final goal. India have been dominant in the tournament so far, scoring 16 goals and conceding only 2. The Indian government has announced cash rewards for para-athletes who won medals at the just concluded Paris Paralympics. At a felicitation ceremony in New Delhi, Sports Minister Mansukh Mandavia said that the gold medalists will receive 7.5 million Indian rupees. The silver medalists will get 5 million rupees and 3 million rupees will be given to the bronze medal winners of the tournament by the Indian government. While India concluded its Paris Paralympics campaign with 29 medals, including 7 gold, 9 silver and 13 bronze medals. The sports minister also pledged full support and facilities for para-athletes to aim for more medals at the Los Angeles Paralympics in the year 2028.
हमारी सफलता दिखाती है कि देश स्पोर्ट्स सेक्टर में आगे बढ़ रहा है। हमने सब लोगों ने देखा है 2016 में हमारी टीम यहाँ से पैरालंपिक्स के लिए गई थी, केवल 9 एथलीट्स गए थे और उस वक्त हम 4 मेडल लेके आए। 2020 में हमारी टीम गई, उसमें 54 एथलीट थे और उस वक्त टोक्यो ओलंपिक्स में हमने 19 मेडल लेके आए और इस बार हमारी टीम और बढ़ी, 84 एथलीट्स गए और 29 मेडल लेके आए हैं। मैं फिर से उसको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ।
Now reflecting on mental well-being through Buddhism, former captain of the Indian football team, Baichung Bhutia, said that Buddhism has the potential to bring peace in the world. Baichung Bhutia spoke to DD India's Bhavna on the sidelines of 2nd International Buddhist Media Conclave on the theme called Mindful Communication for Conflict Avoidance and Sustainable Development that was held in New Delhi. Take a listen.
If you read about Lord Buddha, I think it's all about non-violence, and that Buddhism is all about non-violence, preaching of bringing brotherhood, bringing peace to the entire nation, and I think that is what is required. I think the Buddhism has to spread across the world. I think the teachings of Lord Buddha, I think, which is all about peace. You should not have a desire. I think there's so much of desire to be powerful, to lead the country. You know, I think those are, I think, important things which Buddhism teaches. To be very peaceful and live with no desires and just spread peace.
Moving on, a two-time Olympic medalist in men's javelin throw, Neeraj Chopra will be competing at the Diamond League season's finale in Belgium on Friday and Saturday. Well, Neeraj qualified for the season finale after finishing fourth in the standings. He had strong performances in Lausanne and Doha with second-placed finishes at both the meetings. At the Lausanne Diamond League, Neeraj finished second after managing a best throw of 89.49 meters, while in Doha it was 88.36 meters. On the other hand, Asian Games gold medalist Avinash Sable will also be featuring in men's 3,000 meter steeplechase event. Recently, he finished 14th at the Diamond League 2024 in Poland. Time to take a short break, but still to come on DD India Sports Bus. Australian hockey player Tom Craig has been banned for 12 months following his arrest during the Paris Olympics last month on the suspicion of buying cocaine. Formula One star designer Adrian Newey all set to join Aston Martin next year.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Always welcoming. The vibe of Punjab is larger than life. Warm up to grandeur that's beyond compare. And history that's dotted with tales of bravery. Smiling soul of India, where music, art, cuisine and culture comes together to create an unforgettable impression. Punjab is all set to win your hearts with its unique and colorful extravaganza.
Welcome back after that short break. Now let's get you news and update from the world of badminton. Well, India's Prasar Bharati and Gayatri Gopichand reached the round of 16 in women's doubles event of Hong Kong Open Badminton Tournament in Kowloon City. The Indian badminton pair defeated Ukraine's Polina Bovrova and Gevenia Kantimer in their opening match by 21-14, 21-13 to make it to the pre-quarterfinals. In the round of 16, Prasar Bharati and Gayatri Gopichand will be up against Paris Olympic silver medalist Louis Shengshu and Tan Ning of China. In men's singles category, Chirag Sen and Manav Chaudhary were knocked out in qualification round. Despite winning their opening matches, both Chirag and Manav fell short in their respective second matches. The High Court of India, which is there in New Delhi, has served notices on National Anti-Doping Agency in connection with the wrestler called Bajrang Punia's suspension case. The wrestler had approached the court challenging his suspension ahead of a championship in Albania. The next hearing has been now scheduled to take place in the month of October. Moving on to cricket, in latest test rankings released by the ICC, 6 Sri Lankan players have obtained new career high ratings following their upset test victory over England at the Oval. Sri Lanka produced their first test victory over England away from home in the third test of their recently completed series, with the likes of skipper Dhananjay De Silva, middle order performer Kamindu Mendes and opener Pathum Nishanka leading the way with the bat for the island nation. England's Joe Root holds on to his spot as the #1 ranked test batter despite scores of just 13 and 12 at the Oval. On the other hand, spinner Adam Zampa gains 1 place to move to 7th on the T20I rankings for bowlers, while Scotland will be buoyed by the vast improvement from Bradley Curry after he gained 20 spots to improve to 49th on the same list. Now, play in Afghanistan's one-off test against New Zealand has been called off without a ball being bowled for a 3rd straight day due to rain on the outskirts of New Delhi. The area has been deluged by steady rain over the last 2 weeks, and fresh showers early on Wednesday prompted the match officials to abandon the play with the toss yet to take place. The match is the first test to be played at a stadium in India's Greater Noida region, which has only basic drainage systems. It has hosted 11 home limited over matches for the Afghans. Afghanistan played their home matches abroad due to security concerns for touring teams. England will field 3 debutants in its playing 11 against Australia in the first of the 3-match T20I series at the Rose Bowl in Southampton on Wednesday evening. The England cricket team announced on Tuesday that Jordan Cox, Jacob Bethel and Jamie Overton will be making their T20 debuts. Phil Salt will be leading the side in the absence of injured Jos Buttler, who's nursing a calf injury. He was replaced by Overton in T20I squad. Salt has consistently performed well in T20 matches. Salt's ability to score quickly will be essential for England's success in upcoming matches. The series will continue with the second T20 set for Friday and the third one to take place on Sunday. More on cricket. The England cricket team on Tuesday named a 17-member squad for 3-match test tour of Pakistan, which is set to be played in the month of October. Ben Stokes will be back as the captain, while he still continues his recovery from a hamstring tear that kept him out of the recent test series against Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, 8 players from the squad, including Oli Pop and Joe Root, will return to Pakistan following the 3-0 test series victory in 2002. The venues for the 3-match series are yet to be confirmed. Australian hockey player Tom Craig has been banned for 12 months following his arrest during the Paris Olympics last month on suspicion of buying cocaine. Craig will serve at least for half of the ban, which began on the 9th of September, with the remaining 6 months to be suspended if the player met conduct requirements. The 29-year-old was released without charge but was given a warning by a judge after French police detained him for allegedly trying to buy cocaine in Paris days after Australia lost their hockey quarter-final at the Games. Though Craig will be eligible for 2025 Australia squad, which will be announced at the end of the year. Craig admitted he had made a terrible mistake following his release from custody and apologized to his family, friends, teammates and the Australian Olympics team. On to F1 now. Formula One star designer Adrian Newey will join Aston Martin, British sports car manufacturer, on the 1st of March next year as the managing technical partner. 65-year-old Newey said in May that he was leaving champions Red Bull in search of new challenges. Cars designed by Newey have won 25 championships for Williams, McLaren and Red Bull. His 2023 Red Bull was the most dominant car in the sport's history with 21 victories from 22 races. Newey was sought also by rival teams including title contenders Ferrari and McLaren.
I felt as if I needed a new challenge and so kind of towards the end of April, I decided I needed to do something different. Spent a lot of time with Mandy, my wife, kind of discussing, okay, what's next? What do we do? Do I kind of go off and sail, or do we go off and sail around the world? Do I do something different, America's Cup or whatever? So we took a bit of time out.
Well, Adrian arguably is the greatest in the world at what he does. There's nobody who's come close to winning as many world championships. He's a gentleman, he's a winner, he's a competitor, and he has the passion and desire to win, as do I and most of the people in this building.
That's all for this edition of DD India Sports Buzz, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Deepika, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching Sports Pass. Namaskar.